What we got coming up next is something I'm really interested to hear your take on because it stuck out for me like a sore thumb. You've got one TV match for the remainder of 1989, and it's with George South. I watched back this match while I was researching it because I was like, "Oh, cool, George South and Jake. Let's watch this match." What stuck out for me is that you defeated George in this match, not with the DDT. You got him with a sunset flip as the finish. And when the ref counted three, I was like, "What?" Like I actually paused and reversed. I was like, "No." Well, it was a 3 count on the sunset flip. I think it's the only I've watched a ton of your footage. I think it's the only time I've ever seen you do one. And at first I was like, okay, well, Jake just caught back from the neck thing. He probably didn't want to hit the DDT. What's funny though is afterwards you hit him with the DDT and put the snake on him. So,
Yeah,
Jake, I know for damn sure that George wasn't calling any of the action in the ring. Why did you call a sunset flip finish?
just to fuck with the people,
You fucked with me.
piss them off, you know.
Man, it fucked with me 35 years later where I was like, what was that? I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Uh, were you doing sunset flips when you were younger? Like, honestly, I don't
Oh
remember
yeah.
ever seeing.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever do any again? Like, I don't know, man. I've seen so much of your footage. I'm like, there's no way,
Yeah. I've done sunset flips for years, man.
man. I'm gonna have to dive deeper into the Jake Roberts catalog and catch some more
Yeah.
moves that I didn't. You must have been doing Hurricane Ranas and shit out there too.
Why not?
Well, George is considered by many to be one of the greatest enhancement guys of all time. And I know that he's pretty good friends with a lot of the boys, including DiBiase. He's still active. He had his last match here just in December with AML Wrestling out of North Carolina. I've always kind of gotten the impression from you, Jake, that you were a little underwhelmed by his work. So I'll ask you now, do you like George? What do you think of him in the ring?
I like George, man. George is all right, but George needs to put the fucking tights away and burn them. You know, his boots too. Because
You,
the time is done, man.
hmm
And anything you do from here out is just an expose. And you work too hard your whole career to let it come off like that. So I hope he puts it away.
So nothing against George. You just feel that he himself is like, okay, bro, put it
Yeah.
down. Time to do something else.
Jesus Christ, man.
And he's not just wrestling a lot of the time, dude. He's doing like deathmatch shit and like getting a
Yeah.
ton of blood and light tubes, stuff like that.
Another thing that pisses me off about him, man, he's went the cheap road.
hmm
Cheap heat.
It does seem like he's at a stage where he's like, well, I can't bump around anymore and I can't do this and that. So I'll let this guy hit me with a fucking light tube.
I'll bleed for a while.
I guess it'll get you some attention. I don't know.
I guess it does.
Now, do you feel the same way about a guy like Mike Jackson, Ricky Morton? Those are another couple older guys who are still active. Do you feel like it's time, like, hey, look, you hit a certain age, just hang it up, or how do you feel about it?
Mike Jackson needs to hang it up.
Yeah,
Um, Ricky doesn't need to.
he's still pretty damn good.
He still does pretty damn good work.
hmm
Him
So, in
and
your
Robert,
opinion, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
him and Robert both.
So, in your opinion, it's not really an age thing. It's more like, can you still go?
Yeah, what's your quality of work?
Okay.
You know, are you embarrassing yourself and embarrassing the product that we're trying to put out there? Are you making it a laughing stock? If you are, put him down. Stop.
We'll divert for a quick second, Jake. I don't know if you heard, but Ric Flair apparently recently told someone, even though he had Ric Flair's last match, that's the name of the event, was Ric Flair's last match. He apparently recently told somebody in an interview, I could still do another match.
Wow. Please don't, Rick. Please don't.
Not just for like the fact that you might get, like embarrass yourself or whatever, you're just not the same performer. It's like, dude, you might fucking die. Like just
Yeah,
let's skip it, bro.
fucking joke, brother.
Do you feel like Ric Flair has tarnished his legacy?
Yeah.
What a shame.
Yeah, it is, man. But he keeps grabbing for straws.
Like I get it. It's got to be like a great rush to go out there in front of a big crowd and get the reaction and feel like your old self. But after a period of time, it's like your new self is now diminishing what your old self was, right?
Right. Exactly.